Hello and welcome to another report on the Southampton car boot sale, and I'm joined here with Gelfling today. Say hello.
Hello.
First I'm going to show you some pictures actually from some junk shops, let's say, in Portsmouth. There's not that many. So this is the first one, and this is a Lurpak ceramic
butter dish.
$4.99. What do you think?
I was about what they were charging in the shops for it, because they were for sale in supermarkets, because you bought a pack of butter and you got that free with it, so it was about the price they charged for it.
So it's a nice little thing to have.
Yeah, it's just like a limited edition. Well, it's not a limited edition because it was mass produced, but it's like a commemorative thing for Lurpak.
And these are the German Stein mugs. Are they rare?
Not really. You find a lot of those around in different charity shops and things. Obviously, they're all different types, but I mean,
fair value.
Yeah.
Moving on, you are expert.
This
is out of sequence, actually, but there's a rocking horse there for £25. Victorian Mantle, £30 a pair. They look really old.
Well, Victorian probably is about right, if not, I don't know. I quite like the one on the left, the jug.
Yeah, check for any damage.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're about full value.
It's about the right price, I would roughly guess.
Do you think they all check on the internet, don't they, really?
I would imagine so. I mean,
they will put something out that's worth £100. It depends.
I mean, that's in a shop, so I mean, I would say if that's an antique shop, then normally they check. That's nice.
This was a different shop in Fawcett Road. That is
Tutankhamun.
Taller than me. That's a reproduction.
Of course it is. It's not real.
Can you imagine having that in your hallway or living room? You've got to have a big house for that.
A bit weird, really, wouldn't it? It's very pretty, but I can't imagine actually having that in my house.
That's a small sewing machine.
Little sewing machine.
I think that was £50.
That's very, very, very basic sewing machine. Travel, I guess.
Taps for £20.
It's about right. I mean, taps now can cost an absolute fortune, can't they? When you have to buy them brand new if you're fitting a bathroom.
Okay, now we're going into the car boot sale in Southampton now. So I went there 7 this morning, and it's pitch black again.
What is that?
That is a musical Christmas tree. It opens up like there. When it closes up, it looks like a Christmas tree.
Right.
But if you clap or make a sound, the lady showed me. She bought it. She was proud to say she bought it. And I was like, that's a really nice thing to buy, because I haven't seen them in the shops, I don't think. But you clap, and then the snow falls down inside, and the figures in the sides turn around and lights flash and does a tune. So it's brilliant.
That's nice.
Made me smile. Can you make out what this is in the dark with the torches?
Is it a plane?
It's a model aeroplane. I think he was asking £30. Someone bought it.
How big was it?
That was probably about 2 foot wide. It wasn't that big. It's an electric plane.
That's probably why I want that much for it then.
Circular saw.
You can tell how dark it was. You nearly just break it.
I've actually had to put brightness under this.
The boat.
It's a model boat. I've been selling model boats, and they go quite quickly. It's getting bright here. Someone just has a whole stand just selling baby buggies.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that those things, to buy brand new, they cost £200 or £300, if not more.
Some are £1,000.
Yeah,
the
but
branded
then once you've had the kid or whatever, if you're not planning on having any more, that's why you can get some good bargains when you go to things like this on that stuff. Because I know that someone I know bought a buggy with a car carrier seat and all the rest of it, and she paid £30 for it, and it lasted him, the child, all the way through till he grew out of it, and he's and that was a Mamas and Papas one, so
madness.
It's worth going to places like this if you need stuff like that.
A tip for anybody new to car booting is look out for these vans because they're generally house clearance type ones, and there's normally a crowd that lurks while he's unloading. So there's some interesting bits. This wasn't too particularly interesting, but I'll show you as we go on. There was a low loader, a low bedded truck or something, and it was full of bikes and bits, and I'll show you later on when he's unloaded. But you can see there's a chopper bike. He wanted, can you guess how much he wanted for that?
No.
For that thing, a proper genuine one. I think it was a rally chopper.
No,
any figures?
£30.
£30?
I don't know.
He wanted 250.
Why? That looks like something out of the 1970s.
No, but they're very collectible, aren't they? I think on eBay you're paying 200 at least,
Crazy.
300. When I left, I don't think he sold it, so
I'm surprised
that's
if you
probably
wanted
going
that much for it.
Well, they're not that hard to find. I think that's the first one I've seen. But anyway, they're probably worth what he's asking for.
A 70s film, kid riding a bike in the 70s film.
Was that the ET? No, it was a BMX. Some pictures there didn't come out too well on the camera, so I'll move on. This is a box full of chemicals. That was liquid charcoal or something. I didn't go through it. I didn't think I'd be interested in that. Dangerous, probably. There's a plate.
Yeah.
Didn't come out too well, actually, the camera. Made in England, that one. There's a colourful box. Nothing
Bit
in
damaged. Tools!
Tools again. Iron. These are bench ends, so I think you just slot wood into them, you can sit down on it.
Some nice old chairs.
Well, there's a picture there. I can't remember. It said what it was, but that was bought.
Cutters again, disc cutters.
That's a Star Wars board game, which needs a VHS player.
Gosh, is that old that is then?
I don't know how much that's worth, but that's probably quite collectible.
Don't know.
If the tape's working, then.
Boy.
So you play the board game, you play the tape, and it gives you time.
That's if the tape works, or it's in there.
Well, yeah, that's the risk of board games. 2 Guitar Heroes and a workbench thing.
I mean, I don't know what that one is, but some of those, like the Black & Decker ones and stuff, they're quite expensive.
Yeah, they're quite handy. I haven't got one. I could do one. This chat was saying really old things. There's this interesting sign that says the prop shop.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was for sale. Something, the Great British Prop Shop.
Don't know.
So, TV remotes.
It's pointless, unless, because, I mean, I can't imagine they'll work more than one.
Well, if your universal one doesn't work, then you might have a chance of that working anyway. That's a chandelier.
Weird. Nice desk.
Yeah, this was from the house clearance. I think these are ranging from £20 to £40, so they're quite usable. I think they're not expensive. They're just pine.
Yeah. It's not wood or anything like that. Not wood. I mean, it's not oak or anything like
that. Not mahogany.
It's not wood. It's wood.
There's one stand just selling like branded things like Giorgio Armani t-shirts and this Superdry bag. So I thought that was interesting.
Unicycle.
Yes, I could have asked him to see if he could
use
it. I think it's more a novelty item.
Do you remember how much you wanted for it?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Well,
sometimes you don't because if you've got no intention of buying, I don't want to get their hopes up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, you're going to buy it then? No. That's a stuffed
duck or something.
Yes. There's some nice things on this table.
Yeah. I think there's a preserved ginger jars, those 2 pots.
I see. Yeah.
It's a little kiddie's bike and a didgeridoo.
It's a didgeridoo. Now who's that?
I haven't a clue.
That was the James Bond.
Oh, yeah.
Her Majesty Secret Service.
I never remember his name.
I don't. But there's a signed photo there, so that's quite interesting.
That's going to bug me now.
Don't worry.
That's an old tipper tape
Typewriter,
calculator. Horses
and a eagle. Of some sort.
Nice. Looks like a peregrine. I think it's quite pretty.
See, if you were there, you could identify these. Box full of Corgi car thingies, old cars. I think they're about £5 each. And that was the kind of weather today. I just stood back and took a picture. It did rain, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
It did have. There was showers, and people did start packing up about 10 o'clock. I think I left about 10, 11. Tools.
Yeah.
Old tools. Sorry if that's a bit blurry. There were more vans coming in with their house clearance type lots. So I was really waiting for them to come along because you never know what's in there.
No.
I think that's a jigsaw. I know you like jigsaws, but...
Well, I get a funny feeling I've got that.
Oh, that's why I don't buy jigsaws, because you probably got them.
That's weird. I say, saucer, little kids,
Right.
Yeah,
that's not for sale.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I think if children saw it, they wanted to go on it, and you put them on there.
Because that's the thing, where I believe in the middle of those saucers, there's a wheel that you turn around and it spins you round and round and round. Yeah. I used to love going on that when I was little.
That's the first time I saw that. Skull Island, yes. That's like a ball game. I don't know how much they wanted, but that was interesting.
Different.
Because it's Screwball Scramble. That's where that came from. These two people, one was buying from another, and it was just a case for the
bits and pieces, the operas, glasses and things like that.
£20 in the end. So I didn't even get a look in.
Jimmy Hendrix.
Oh, is that? And there's the Verve.
The drugs that work. That's a nice picture.
Print, I think.
Well, yeah.
Probably. I've learned not to find
not real
masterpieces in there. The tin full of shells there. I did read what this black box was, but it didn't come out well on the photos. I couldn't find out. Never mind. Just electrical bits on the floor. The next time I walked around, probably 3/4 of that was sold.
Wow, surprising.
So I should have checked them out because they must have been really cheap.
Father Christmas.
Yes, I thought he was a seller, but he's not. He was walking around buying things, and he actually had a proper beard. He had a proper moustache, but a fake beard. These were sold. I have no idea what these are.
No.
Do you know what they are?
No.
One person came along and bought the whole lot.
I haven't got a clue what they are. Looks like a nice mirror in the background.
That was sold. I didn't really notice that, unfortunately. I'll just look at electrical things again. This didn't come out too well. It's a picture of possibly...
Is it graduation or something?
Yes, probably. Because who owns this stuff, who did own this stuff, probably had a son who graduated and had a picture of him there. That is actually of the RAF.
Oh.
There's another picture. There it is.
Oh, wow.
So they graduated from the RAF college.
Training college, yeah.
It's quite interesting. That the date of that was 1991.
It's sad that it's in a thing for sale, though, isn't it?
Or whoever...
Makes you wonder if the person who owned it passed away or was in the war.
Well, that's the sad thing when we go through these things. So.
Microwave.
£10. Don't know if that was sold. That's a nice picture.
Yeah, it's different.
The woods and the path going down. Do you know what that is?
I'm not sure actually. What is it?
It's a projector. So you put your slides in and it projects it onto a white screen.
At first I thought it was another circular saw or something, but
no, there's a lens.
Yeah, just it was after that I saw it, wasn't it? But no, I didn't realise it was a projector.
Someone bought that straight away. I didn't want it. That's a nice lamp.
Yeah, it's Tiffany effect lamp.
That was sold. That's not old though, is it?
Oh no, that
you can
buy them identical to that in the range or something or other.
I don't know about this laptop because I've been talking about I think it's a compact laptop with a monochrome screen.
Right.
And it had the carry case and all the cables and the manuals. They wanted £15 for it. I left it as it is because I didn't know if it probably worked.
But you don't know.
But I already got a laptop and I was going to think about selling it.
Yeah.
Or just keep it and use it as a backup for typing up letters. Now I've no idea how to read these symbols, so I thought I'd take a picture of it and see if I could decipher it when I get home.
Too blurred.
There wouldn't be anything solid silver there, would there?
I wouldn't have thought so. It could probably electroplated if it's got the
one of the letters was E.
Yes, electroplate.
And the spoon was filthy. Had coffee or it was a teaspoon. So you wouldn't use a silver teaspoon to stir your coffee, would you?
Who knows?
You'd have it in a box. Now there's a whole box full of books about painting. So whoever owned all this stuff was really into painting. No one touched these books, by the way.
Sad.
It was sad.
Video recorder.
Chair. Very narrow.
Yeah, nice set of drawers. China and a grotty pair of shoes. Must be Jersey.
That is a picture of Jersey, you're correct. It's one of the forts, I think, wasn't it? And
got the old fairground ride going.
Yeah. First time I've seen a fairground ride at this place, so.
If you want to buy a sign that's.
Do you think that's taken from the New Forest? Who knows? Or it came off.
Could be anywhere.
Or someone threw it into his garden.
Could
nice
be
plate though.
Yeah, it looks quite
Didn't
nice.
come out too well. That's a real coat of arms. You put that in your.
But it's,
put that above your fireplace. Taps. So someone hoarded those, or they had a business, a plumber,
probably
trying to get rid of his stock. Tools.
Mixed in with some cooking stuff.
Now, if you look closely there, there's some sort of World War One picture in that white bucket.
Well, could be World War, could be beginning of the Second World War. They still had some black and white pictures then. Knitting wool.
Now, I was going to phone you and ask you if you wanted that knitting wool, because obviously you knit as a hobby. But it was all loose ends, so you couldn't make anything.
Really, unless you're doing crochet, making up a blanket or something. You can't really use stuff like that.
If they had a big carrier bag full of the wool, about 20 balls of wool, for all the same colour, he would probably sell it to me for £2. That'd be a bargain.
That would be a bargain, but I doubt that would ever happen.
Well, I never know.
That's quite nice. Dockyard somewhere. Scooter.
That's a petrol scooter. Yeah, £60.
If you want to go speeding along and crash.
Well, you can't go on the road with those.
No.
You've got to be on your own private land.
It's a weird picture of traffic.
Where is that? New York?
Could be. Calculator.
I was on the hunt for some old calculators. I did find one.
Screws.
No, you're wrong.
What was it then?
The next picture is open.
Oh. Tubes of paint.
Yeah, I said the guy whoever owned all this stuff was a painter.
Oh, is that part of the paint store, was it?
These pictures aren't in order, but if you see a lot of painting type things, I mean, that would probably be sold for a couple of quid, but that's worth quite a lot of money if you bought them.
Well, depending on how big were those tubes of paint.
Probably 3 inches long. That box is about that big.
Oh right, so you're
About
probably
half
looking
a
at that whole
wide.
thing. You're probably looking at about £10, £5 or £10 worth for the paint, depending on what brand it is. Flymo.
Clothes and stuff.
Covers and things.
A
A sink. Looks
Small
like it's
sink.
out of a school.
It's probably out of some
toilet
fast
or
food
something.
restaurant.
Yeah.
And ripped it out.
That's quite a pretty dress in that painting.
I think that's a print.
Oh yeah, it's not. I very, 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 very much doubt you'd ever find an oven.
That is an oven with a fan
Extractor on it.
I'm gonna lug that home.
That's like the ovens that you get that you see in restaurant, or not restaurants, but cafeterias and stuff, where they're doing the baked potatoes and everything. TV for free.
Yeah, you can even give it away. That's a sad thing.
Oh, that's because it's obsolete now, isn't it?
I mean, you can go down to the tip or the recycling centre, and there'd be hundreds of them just laid there, and they're all probably working. People just upgraded. Some pirate ships.
Yeah.
I think it was
Boats and things.
yeah. I saw
that brings
this,
back memories.
and it's a tape player recorder thingy,
Yeah.
and they are quite collectible. But it didn't have the battery case in the back, so I passed on that. I think they're worth probably about £30, aren't they?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
There was a blank tape in there as well, all sealed up, Sony, and apparently they go for good money as well because people can't buy them anymore. Because people, I guess, people who aren't up with the latest technology would still like to use tape.
Well, I've still got a lot of cassette tapes. Mine still work fine. I haven't got any problems. My stack system's still got cassette deck on it.
I don't know if it was £2 I might have got it. But
What did he want for it?
I don't know. I didn't ask because it didn't have the battery compartment. And there's a football, Luton Town. It was signed by all the players. So there's a box full of
bits and pieces, like plates and things.
I didn't really look in that because I don't know anything about it. So. There's a hair trimmer, and that was complete. So that sort of stood out for me because I tend to look at electricals.
Yeah.
£5 that was. Anyway, clothes. Do you think that's an old phone?
Looks like a toy.
It's too small to be a phone, isn't it? I'm looking for those old dial phones. What do you call phones?
The dial phone.
Phones, because they're quite collectible.
The ring dial phone, the traditional phone.
That's actually a carrot peeler on the bottom. There's a blade.
That's
so you
weird.
just hold the phone and you go.
Who would have that? I mean, that's weird. How did you come up with that idea? I mean, it's like, that's it. What should we do? How should we make this
peeler?
This peeler? Well, no, let's make it a phone. I mean, who loves phones enough to want their kitchen utensils to be a phone?
Teapots shaped in a house.
Yeah, it's quite a clever set, really. Personally, it doesn't appeal to me personally.
It's not my cup of tea.
But it's clever because you got the teapot, the milk jug, and the sugar. I don't know if that's another teapot or whether it's sugar bowl. I don't know.
Albums. There was a box. This chap opened up this box, sealed box. And I was like, "Ooh, what's in there?" And there's all LPs. So
records.
Or givenchy, is it? Or the toilette. Smelled quite nice. It looks old. Do you think that looks old?
Not really, no.
Oh. I'll put it back. More LPs.
Jim Reeves.
Who's Jim Reeves?
He's a singer in the 50s and 60s. I hear the sound of distant drums. Far
Okay. Hey, look.
It's the Mona Lisa.
It's the real Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a tea tray. Can you imagine if you saw that? No. It'd be much bigger anyway.
Oh, of course it is. It's huge in comparison to that.
There's a board game called Boulder Dash.
Boulder Dash. Yes.
I think people are looking for that. I didn't buy anything.
That's an interesting box.
Well, this is going back to that artist type lot.
Looks like a cigar box or something.
There's a box full of compasses. Why would you need that many compasses? Unless you're an
draftsmanship, I guess.
Yeah. Can you see what that is? It's a bathroom grab rail. Like 6 silver suckers.
Yeah, it's 6 silver suckers.
6 silver suckers. So if you're not too steady on your feet getting out of the bath.
I wouldn't want to put my body weight on it if it's only stuck on with suckers, though.
No, the tiles might come off the wall.
Oh, it's not that. The suckers aren't always reliable.
No. What's that?
Sherlock Holmes. My mum's got that.
The complete works in one book.
Mm.
Your mum's got that.
Yeah, exact same one as that.
It's probably £1 that.
Mm. I read that many times when I was little. Miller's Antiques Guide.
No, I'm looking for a Miller's Collectibles book, not a Miller's Antiques book. So if I see one, I'll grab it.
Nab it.
Nab it.
Ooh, stereos.
Yes, stereos. Don't need one. Now, last week I talked about a bunch of cables. Well, this person's actually sorted out all these cables and bound them up, and you could see very clearly what you wanted. Well, what they were, and if you needed them. So someone sort of listened to me. And there's a portable DVD player with a screen at the back there. There's more cables. You see how better that is?
Yeah.
Then a big bunch of cables all thrown in.
So they got Christmas lights at the back.
They got Christmas lights as well. That's a hedge trimmer. That doesn't look like a hedge trimmer.
No.
It looks like a UFO.
Don't know what it is.
We're nearly coming to the end. I don't know if that come out well.
What is it?
There's a picture of a granny sitting on a chair that was done by a novice. But this was flung far away from everywhere. It was broken, the glass had broken, and obviously they said, "Right, I'm not having it," and just put it down. So you could have just went over and picked it up and reclassed it. It was a bit sad. Do you know what that is?
That's a doctor's chair, orthopaedic chair.
Something like that.
That's what the examination chair. That's what I'm. That's the word I'm talking about. Examination. Examination.
Examination. This is something you would like. It's like a
measured
table.
Yeah, like a dressmaking table.
Yes, that's what it was. That was £20. So.
Stereo. Pots and pans.
I did buy a stereo once from a car boot sale, but the speakers go after a while.
Yeah, they do.
And the volume control, if it's a dial,
yeah.
If it's a dial and you spin it around, it doesn't make the volume go up. That's what I find the problem with those. Is it damp?
The wiring also goes after a while because the connections start to crash. Because I remember years ago, the one that we had, the speakers were attached by the wires. You remember you had to push a little button and the wire slipped in and you let go of the button and it held it in place. I don't know if you ever saw those.
No.
And every so often you used to have to recut the wire because the sound would get all muffled and stuff like that. So.
Oh dear. No good. Right, what have we got? Lawnmower. Now, I made a mistake of buying a second-hand petrol lawnmower off the internet, eBay. He delivered it.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't know anything about lawnmowers. It worked for a while.
And then
Now
it gave up.
I put fresh petrol in there, but there's. I think I was talking to another person about a petrol lawnmower. You got to spin the blade twice,
Right.
and then give it a go. So I'll have to give that a go. But we'll see, because I haven't got a manual or anything, and maybe I should read up on the internet. But I've got an electric one that is more reliable.
Yeah. What is that?
Now, do you know those American police officers that move around on these?
Oh yeah, those like hover things and stuff like that.
They don't hover. They lean forward and they go for. Well, that's a kiddie's one.
No.
That's pretty cool.
Was it hopper or something? Like that, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
There's buttons on the top, so you don't have to lean forward, and then you just stand there and just
zoom around.
Well, it doesn't go that fast.
No.
I would have thought. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm too heavy for it.
Well, yeah, it's a little girl's thing.
And this is a thing that I bought. I had to take it home, and so we get a good picture of it. It's Robin Hood.
It's a Royal Dalton thing. The theme of the Toby jugs, but it's a little cream jug.
It was damaged, unfortunately, and glued back together. But it's a nice thing. I think we'll give that to your mother.
Yeah,
she'll like that.
It's cute.
Well, that's the end of that. Hope you enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's interesting seeing all the stuff.
Well, that ends the show.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.